guys, welcome to my channel. So for today's video we're making a stromboli, and a stromboli is basically pizza that's rolled up. That's all you need to know. And mine is packed full of meat, cheese, and tomato sauce, and then it's all smothered in garlic butter. Somebody just walked in and that's why I'm smiling, because he always walks in as soon as I start shooting. So anyway, hi. Hi. And it's basically just all the good things that you want, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it. Let me know if you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think and let me know what you think of this video. So let's get into it. I'm going to try entertain him for a little bit and then we'll get started. Okay, so first up, we're going to start by blooming our yeast to make sure that it is going to give us a rise and it has not gone off. And then I'm going to dissolve about a tablespoon of sugar into some warm water. So yeast really loves sugar, so that's why we start with the sugar. It might not be fully dissolved because my water is not boiling hot. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of dry yeast. And then just stir that in. So I'm going to give this 5 to 10 minutes to make sure that it actually rises. It starts bubbling, and then that's when you know that your yeast is activated, and then you can start adding your dry ingredients to it. So give this 10 minutes. Okay, so our yeast is now activated, and then I am going to add, as you can see, it's nice and bubbly. And I'm going to add 225 grams of wheat flour. And to that, I'm adding a tablespoon of vegetable oil and a pinch of salt. I'm going to use a stand mixer to bring my dough together, and then I'm going to take it out and knead it by hand. But you could just combine it by hand now. I'm just a little bit lazy. And I apologize in advance. There's a lot of construction work that is going on around me today, unfortunately. Okay, so our dough's come together, and I'm just going to dip my hand in some oil so I can get it out of the bowl so I can knead it. Very soft dough, and then just gonna lightly flour my surface, and I'm gonna knead this for about 2 to 3 minutes up until it's nice and smooth. It's a very soft dough, so don't need to do a lot of work with it. Okay, so you can see after 2 minutes of kneading, our dough is very nice and soft. And then I'm just gonna return it to the same bowl with some oil. I'm very lazy to wash it out, so showing you guys that how easy it is. I'm gonna let that double in size, about 90 minutes, but it's quite warm, so it could be much less. Okay, so first up, we're gonna start by melting 100 grams of butter. I'm doing the garlic butter and the tomato sauce in the same pan, but I'm just gonna start with the garlic butter for now. And to that, we're gonna add about 3 cloves, 3 very large cloves of chopped up garlic. And I'm just gonna let that cook for around 5 minutes up until the garlic is nice and fragrant. And then I'm going to remove half of this, maybe 2/3 of this actually, into a bowl, and then set that aside and carry on with the tomato sauce. Okay, so I've now removed about 2/3 of the garlic butter, And to that, I am adding a 410-gram can of tomato puree. And then I'm gonna add a pinch of salt and about a teaspoon of brown sugar, some cayenne pepper, about half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, some onion powder, about half a teaspoon as well, and then I'm gonna add thyme, half a teaspoon as well, and then I'm gonna crack in some black pepper, and it should taste amazing. You can adjust it to your taste. And then I'm gonna simmer this for around 10 to 15 minutes over medium heat. Okay, so my sauce has been going for around 15 minutes and I've turned off the heat, and now I'm gonna add 40 grams of grated Parmesan cheese. And it's just gonna be cheesy and tomatoey and absolutely glorious. I'm gonna set this aside to cool whilst we're still waiting for our dough to rise. And in that garlic butter that we made, I added about a handful of chopped parsley, and I'm also gonna set this aside. All that's left now is our dough to rise. I've got all my meats ready, got my cheese ready, and we're good to go. Okay, so after 2 hours, my dough is pretty much doubled in size, and I left it a bit too long, but it's still fine. Knock all the air back, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle my surface with some flour, and then just use my hands to sort of flatten it into a sort of rectangle so that I can start rolling it. And then I'm going to use my rolling pin to actually roll it out. So once we rolled our dough out, I'm gonna go in with my garlic and parsley butter and just generously slather that on. Okay, so I have got my assortment of cold cuts, and you can use whatever you like. This is beef mustard. Then I'm gonna go in with that. Actually come all the way down like that. And then this is ham. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with my tomato sauce. And then we're gonna go in with some grated white cheddar. You can use whatever cheese you like. This is me. This is my cheese. I absolutely love white cheddar. And then some salami. And then once you've got all that in, you're gonna start rolling. Okay, so I'm going to transfer this onto a lined baking tray. Just going to use a knife to make some slits, and there, and there, and then we're gonna go in with some more of our parsley and garlic butter. And I'm gonna bake this for 25 to 30 minutes at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so my stromboli is done and it is crammed full of goodness. It's absolutely delicious. Perfect.